Hey everybody, welcome back to Florida Stacker on YouTube. Today's video is sponsored by West Red Lake Gold Mines. West Red Lake Gold Mines is advancing a high-grade gold mine in Ontario, Canada. Please check out today's entire video for further details. Now, when it comes to stacking physical silver or gold, I have a few recommendations on what order I would stack certain products today based on my own 5 years plus experience doing exactly that. But before I begin talking about what I would stack first and why, I think it is important for all of us to stack some cash. And so I'm going to talk about a few offensive and defensive considerations to consider when it comes to having cash on hand. Now, this cash that I'm talking about, I recommend that you set it aside and keep it relatively apart from your precious metals stack. You don't want to have any kind of sentimental attachment to the cash you're stacking. You need the cash in a defensive manner to pay for, any expected life expense, or especially the unexpected life expenses or goals, okay? The idea is to spend the cash rather than having to sell some of your silver or gold from your stack. This protects the premiums that you paid on your physical precious metals and will allow your stack to continue to appreciate in value over time. Having cash on hand will also allow you to take advantage of any unique opportunity in spot prices decline. Say the spot price of gold has pulled back $100 over the last month and you've been saving for an ounce of gold. Now it looks like it's oversold and you've got the cash. You can make that purchase and save $100. Have that $100 now back in your cash stack, ready to protect you from whatever else is coming your way right in the future. I'd also recommend that you have some spare cash outside of that cash, right? So kind of two types of cash, kind of like petty cash, to pay for more minor problems like a flat tire or an unexpected small bill like a veterinarian bill. I had one of those this week where an animal was sick, or maybe a small home repair. Having a little loose cash set aside will keep you on track with your stacking goals without having to sell your metal. And remember, mentality is very important when it comes to stacking and achieving goals in stacking. You want to keep a positive mindset and you want to keep your head in the game. You want to be able to measure your progress. That's what stacking is all about, without feeling like you are starting over every single time you have a setback. Now, that's the other beauty of cash, right? It can help protect you from that, and it doesn't matter whether it's dollars, pounds, or even euros. It applies to all of us. You need to have some cash on hand, and so I recommend stacking cash first and foremost in any amount, and it really depends on you. Next, I recommend you focus on generic silver rounds. And I suggest silver rounds over silver bars because they're more divisible. You have 1 troy ounce, the standard unit of measure. That's how spot price is valued, right? 1 troy ounce in gold and silver. I recommend you start out with something like these Buffalo silver rounds here. I picked these up from Monument Metals at spot price. Real hard to beat spot price. And yeah, you want to get it as cheap as you can. This is the kind of stuff that you're going to want to sell next. If you need to sell, you want to sell the cheap stuff, the thing that you paid the lowest premium over spot on. That's exactly what you want to sell if you don't have the cash to cover any of your expenses. Now, it doesn't really matter which mint that you purchase these particular rounds from. They're going to be treated the same if you go to sell them to like a coin shop or a bullion dealer. A generic silver round in general is a generic silver round. There's very few exceptions for higher premium when it comes to generic silver. Really in general, okay? So remember, when you're stacking silver, get that cash stacked up and then start stacking some very, very cheap silver, build some weight in that before we move on to what I would consider to be the third recommendation when it comes to silver stacking. And that is going to be the coin of your country. And in my particular case, no shocker here, it's the American Silver Eagle. And right now, American Silver Eagle premiums are still, I would say, about 50 to 100% higher than that generic silver Buffalo round I just showed you. But over the last few years, premiums on American Silver Eagles, really sovereign coins in general, have been much higher, and they've come down, right? So now it's cheaper to buy your sovereign coins. Me, I'm looking to fill a whole monster box of my sovereign coin, the American Silver Eagle. That's 500 ounces. So I'm stacking these tubes of 20 coins, as many as I can within reason. I do have a lot of goals and I can't go too crazy on, just stacking silver. But if you've got a stack of cash and you have now some weight in generic silver rounds like the Buffalo rounds I showed you a little earlier, I think it's a good time to get into your sovereign minted coins. These, like these American Silver Eagles here, are a great option because they're always in demand. Coin shops, people, they always want them. Very liquid, very easy to sell, and not too hard to store. Me personally, I like these guardhouse tubes, and that's that. Another option to consider if you don't want to get too overly exposed with silver, so you've got some cash, you've got some generic silver rounds, and you have that same roundabout $500 budget as you would spend on a tube of American Silver Eagles, is stacking quarter-ounce fractional gold. Now, you can get these cheaper if you're going with foreign gold, and I actually don't think that's a bad deal because coin shops usually only pay about $10, maybe $15 more for gold eagles here in the United States than they would the foreign gold of the same equivalent weight. So it may be a better option to buy foreign gold if it's cheaper. But right now, because premiums at my local coin shop I bought this gold eagle for $511, that's not too bad, right? So I'm going to stick on my sovereign gold and silver coins on top of cash and generic silver. So what are your thoughts on stacking cash, generic silver rounds, and the coin of your country? Or are you more of a gold stacker? Please let me know down in the video comments section. West Red Lake Gold Mines is today's video sponsor. West Red Lake Gold Mines is stock ticker symbol WRLGF here in the United States, and they are advancing a high-grade gold mine in one of Canada's highest-grade gold districts, and the team has asked me to introduce their small company here on my YouTube channel and discuss some opportunities and projects that this junior gold mining company is working right now. Warren Buffett is probably one of the most, if not the most famous investor in the world, and he once said successful investing takes time, discipline, and patience. No matter how great the talent or effort of your team, some things just take time, like stacking silver and gold. I'm going to focus on those three principles when talking about West Red Lake Gold Mines today, as I feel that time, discipline, and patience are extremely important for becoming a successful investor. But I also want to let you know that small cap gold mining companies such as this, they do come with a higher level of risk. And Warren Buffett also once said that risk comes from not knowing what you are doing, so please do your own due diligence before investing in this company or any company in any market. All right from the top, here is what I think makes West Red Lake Gold Mines a potential value opportunity on a microeconomic scale, and that is the value of the purchase itself. West Red Lake Gold Mines acquired the past producing Madsen Gold Mine and a state-of-the-art production mill at the same time, the 800 TPD mill, for approximately $25 million in cash, equity, deferred compensation, and a 1% secured net smelter royalty to Sprott Resource Lending Corp., whom helped broker this deal. Now, in return, West Red Lake Gold Mines controls a mine with a net present replacement cost of approximately $600 million. So they spent $25 million, and they've got property and equipment now worth about $600 million. All right, sounds like a good deal to me. The Madsen Gold Project is a fully permitted underground gold mine with an estimated resource equivalent of 1.65 million ounces of gold in the indicated category. And of course, the high quality mill that is right there on the property. So right off the top, the company is in the green with this purchase. Now, the company was able to make this acquisition by being patient, looking for the right opportunity, partnering with the right partners before they decided to make an acquisition in this high yield gold district. Now, the advantage came during the COVID-19 shutdowns when many mining companies ceased their operations and decided to sell their claims, and equipment actually increased in value during that time because of the supply crunch. So a lot of these mining companies also sold off their equipment rather than continue to operate at a loss or, just sit there unable to mine because of the current lockdowns and restrictions. Now, West Red Lake Gold Mines jumped on this opportunity, taking advantage of a fire sale. We talked about that. And it brought its A-team to make this mine operationally profitable as expediently as possible. All right, gold was first discovered on the shores of Red Lake by L.B. Howey in 1925, so a little less than 100 years ago, and word spread quickly of the discovery, and the town then experienced a sudden economic boom during this gold rush as businesses and the population and infrastructure exploded. By 1936, approximately 600,000 ounces of gold had been produced in this region and the neighboring Hasaga mine. Gold mining, as you know, does take a lot of time, all right? from discovery to permitting, all the legal loopholes and governmental things you got to jump through, to getting the drill results and finding out exactly where the metal's at and getting fully operational. It just takes a long time. And fewer mines are coming online as more older mines are beginning to shut down. So the opportunity for West Red Lake Gold Mines to purchase an operational mine with newer, upgraded facilities right there on site in a prolific gold mining district, well, that greatly enhances their ability to bring precious metals to market without millions of dollars in facilities investment and many more years before, short-term revenue and profits begin streaming in. So this is a serious advantage for the company that is competing with, upwards of several dozen other companies in the area to bring gold to the market as soon as possible at the lowest possible cost of production. All right, looking at the financials, 28% of the company is owned by Sprott Resource Lending, which is a leading Canadian financier to the mining sector, and they do that globally. Since 2010, Sprott has originated and managed more than 80 of these investments, and that does total more than $3 billion today. It is a positive sign in my mind to see that West Red Lake Gold Mines has partnered with a leading lending company that is very familiar with the region and, of course, the gold in that region and mining in general. It is assumed also that they've done their own due diligence, considering that they do own more than a quarter of the shares outstanding today, so let's hope they did. An additional 11.8% of West Red Lake Gold Mines is owned by Frank Giustra. That is Giustra. May have mispronounced that. Frank was a founding partner of Goldcorp. Many of you have heard of Goldcorp, a company that was purchased by Newmont about 4 or 5 years ago, a very large gold mining company in Canada. All right, so Newmont completed its acquisition of Goldcorp about 5 years ago, and Frank is another highly successful investor in this space. He knows how to take something small and build it into something large. If you'd like to learn more about Frank and his specific approach, please check out the video description section of today's video. There I'm going to have all the links to this company and also to Frank's story, so check it out down there. West Red Lake Gold Mines management team really has been hard at work since the acquisition this last spring, so not too long ago. They do have 4 core objectives to maximize shareholder value going forward. Those include stabilizing the maintenance and production costs of the actual mine to reduce the overall operational expense of running the mine and mill. Also, they want to complete all of the previous drilling work on the mine to fully understand the geology and also to provide updated shareholder guidance on the quality and quantity of gold remaining on the property. Now, both of these 2 actions are expected to be complete within 12 months, and the company does begin, expect to begin producing, that is, 100,000 ounces of gold. That's right, 100,000 ounces of gold in its very first year of operation. Once more, this mine is an operational mine. So meanwhile, the company is pressing forward to make operations leaner, lean manufacturing, so to speak, and more productive and potentially quite a bit more valuable. That, of course, will depend on future drill results. Now, with a market cap of approximately $70 million today, this company is very young and also relatively small. We're talking real small, micro cap. They are well capitalized, however, for their size, and they do have $18 million in cash stacked up and hold 0 debt, which is a positive thing. Rival companies also in the area that are producing 100,000 ounces annually are frequently valued in excess of $500 million as far as market cap is concerned. So this one is still very early stage, and as of now, up until really this point, mostly off the radar in terms of retail investor knowledge and awareness. That is until now. So this recent awareness campaign is meant to introduce potential investors to the company and, let people know what's going on up in Canada with one of our favorite precious metals, gold. If you are interested in learning more about West Red Lake Gold Mines, then once more, please check out the video description section for links and details that does include the stock information as well as details on the management team. Unlike stacking gold, investing in gold does add leverage to your gold purchase that can really explode on new discoveries, great drill results, or increases in gold's spot price. That's right, a 3% gain in gold spot price means a 3% gain for your physical gold. But gold equities like junior mining companies can see, 10%, 20%, 50%, 100%. It really, can go many different ways when it comes to what can happen with gold mining companies when the spot price of gold continues to ascend. So from a macroeconomic point of view, fewer and fewer gold mines exist today than in years gone by. That's true. The same applies with silver mining companies. The expense and the time that it takes to stand up a new operation, especially on a new discovery, is just very high. Purchasing a producing mine today places West Red Lake Gold Mines well ahead of many of its competitors, especially in this region. And this was a really nice acquisition for the company. I'd like to thank West Red Lake Gold Mines for sponsoring today's video and all of you for checking out today's video. Once more, all the information will be down in the video description section. Just remember, also, when stacking precious metals, it is important to have that cash on hand to absorb any unexpected or smaller expense that may come your way. Stacking some cash provides several different opportunities, both defensive and offensive. And I believe having cash on hand on top of stacking gold and silver is the best way to position yourself for whatever lies ahead for all of us, Now, thank you all for watching this video again today, and I hope to see you back tomorrow because I will be providing this week's sales and deals information for many of the big, popular online gold and silver dealers here in the United States. So if you're looking for the best price to buy gold or silver online this week, then check back tomorrow as I'll have that video uploaded to give you the best price that I can find. All right, until then, everybody, have a great night or day, and I'll see you again soon.
Thank you for watching our video. I hope you subscribe to our YouTube channel.